Yes, YouTube. Hope everyone is good. I feel like I always start the YouTube in the kitchen, but it's just where I am today. Alright, so this is where we're going to start the YouTube. I'm going to be doing a day in the life, 8 days out. It's almost like a week out, really. So it's Saturday today, but I will literally be competing this time next week. I'll pretty much be on stage very, very soon this time next week. So we're like 7-8 days out, but technically 8 days out. But I'm excited. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing today. Obviously, so far, I just woke up, checked in with Tom, went on the inversion table, did half-hour steps, and now I've just made myself a lovely beverage. Unreal, an espresso. If you don't have an espresso machine, get on it because it's bloody lovely. But yeah, so I've done that now. Literally just going to go upstairs, continue with like that morning routine, so just do a little bit of mobility work, posing work, and then I will get into the shower and freshen up a little bit. Right, that is the posing rounds done, and I cannot stress to you guys enough how important it is for you to be getting in your posing rounds every single day if you are in prep, because you want to build up that conditioning so that when you are on stage, you are presenting your physique as best as you possibly can, not shaking, your transitions are smooth, you're able to go for numerous rounds if they need you to, and you know, you just display the best physique that you can possibly display on that stage. So yeah, the amount of people I've seen that get into condition, look sick, but then look shit on stage, it's frustrating. So yeah, it's something that if you are competing or you're prepping or you got a show later in the year, get practicing, and also practicing your off season as well, because then it's a lot easier in prep because you're not fat. Right, so that's posing rounds done. I thought I'd just give you a little update on kind of what we're doing today regarding food and what we have been doing previously. So we've just been running low days. Up until yesterday, we had a 3.2 pound drop overnight, which is pretty sick. So we ended up running a little high day, so nothing too crazy, but a high day of carbs. So we went and did 500 gram of carb, weighed in again this morning at 199.75 pounds, and previously yesterday I woke up at 199.5 pounds, so that is literally a 0.25 pound increase after having 500 gram of carb, which was like nearly 400 grams extra than I usually do. So obviously that is a good thing. So today, obviously took my shots, sent them to Tom. I will whack the shots here, and we've got a little bit more fullness. And what we're going to look to do is run that exact day that we did yesterday today. So running another 500 gram of carb. So I'm not going to do a full day of eating today, but I'm going to show you, I guess, like a couple of the meals that I will be having. As this is a day in a life video, so I'm just going to show you bits and bobs throughout the day. So obviously this is my morning routine, and just kind of what a guy does 8 days out from a competition. So literally this day will consist of me eating meals, posing work, training, and just whatever random shit I've got going on. So yeah, I will show you that. But now I'm going to get into the shower, but before I do that, I've actually got to shave my entire body, which is not an enjoyment, and it's something that I actually hate about bodybuilding. But before you get on stage, you have to shave your entire body, but you want to do it like a good like 12 weeks out and just get your body used to it, just in case you have any kind of like reactions or like dryness or whatever. So I like kind of prep my skin, so I'll kind of shave my body like once a week, my entire body. So then when I will next shave will be Thursday, because I'll get tanning on Friday. you know, one, I don't have to shave off a load of hair, but two, my body will be used to like me shaving anyways, so there shouldn't be any kind of like reactions or any issues. So yeah, I'm gonna go and shave, have a shower, and then I'll probably see you guys for meal number 1. Right, out of the shower, freshened up, shaved, nice and shaved now, but it is time for meal number 1, which is, I'm actually got it in 2 parts. So I've got 200 grams of sourdough bread, and then I've got 2 eggs, and then I've got 20 grams of jam. So I've only got 2 of the slices can actually work out to be like 50 grams, like, or just under or just over 50 grams per slice, so it's perfect. So I've got 2 slices of sourdough bread with 2 eggs. I'm going to eat this now, and then obviously once I've ate this, I'll go and get my jam on toast, and I'll show you guys that. I just don't like to have it all at the same time because it will go cold, and I want to have a nice meal because this shit's lovely. It's actually the first time me properly trying sourdough bread, and I don't really know the hype about it. I think obviously it's good for digestion, sourdough is, so it's really good for your gut compared to like normal bread, but everyone's like, oh, it's so good. I'm like, yeah, it's a good quality bread, don't get me wrong. Like, you can tell it's fucking better than your white bread that costs like 40p from shop. I don't know if it is 40p. I haven't brought a loaf of bread in ages, but it's not like fucking orgasmic. But anyways, give you a little taste test anyways. It is good. I haven't had bread in a long time, so it's nice to like have that kind of bread feeling back. Because I'm a big bread guy. In the off season, bagels giving me all crumpets. Oh yeah. Stay tuned for the off season because we're gonna get huge. Anyways, I'm gonna scran this meal, and I will see you for the jam on toast part 2 of meal 1. Right, round 2. 2 slices of sourdough. It's basically 100 grams of sourdough, and then I got 10 grams of raspberry jam on each slice. Can't beat jam on toast. Got myself another beverage, of course. Absolutely love coffee. Me and Tom have basically totally cut out sauces now. I had a little bit with my eggs then, like slightly, but that was it. So literally, we're cutting out all sweetener, we're cutting out all sauces, and that is just mainly to eliminate anything that potentially might be holding a little bit of water that is going to prevent us from bringing that dry look. So we literally, well, to be honest, we did that for the first day on Friday, and then I woke up Saturday 3.2 pounds lighter. So whether it was due to me not using sauces or seasonings, I'm not too sure, but yeah, because it's not like I was going crazy with sauces. I was literally putting about 15-20 gram, which adds up to about around 15-20 calories. But if you're doing that with 3 meals, it's like, you know, upwards of 60 calories per meal with your random bits of sweetener that you're putting in your coffee. You know, it could have quite possibly have been going up to nearly 100 calories a day, which over the week is like 700 calories. And when you're on such low calories, you do need to be careful with these type of things, with abusing sauces and sweeteners and, you know, all these things that are sugar-free and 0 calorie. There is still some in there, and when you're on extremely low calories, those calories do play a bigger percentage of the whole portion of calories. So it's definitely something, like, I think closer to show, needs to be either tapered extremely down and measured, or just completely taken out. So yeah, we've taken them out for now. So yeah, no sauce for me, but you know, if it brings that look, then I do not care. Right, little update. So originally I was going to go and see Tom, my coach, for an in-person check-in and to have a session with him. So I was going to record little bits and bobs of that. But he's come down with a cold, so he wanted to cancel the session just in case he got me ill in peak week, which is, you know, smart. But he still wanted to just have like a little look over me because I needed to go up there anyway, up to near Worcester. So he goes, just come by anyways. So I went around his house. I thought, obviously I'm not going to record in his house because that's a little bit of an invasion of privacy. So when I saw Tom, he is happy with obviously how the look is. We kind of just spoke about obviously plans going into this week, which is good, but he's happy. We just got to see obviously how we wake up tomorrow and how we respond to this high day of food again. But I've just been sat in the car for like nearly 3 hours. Absolutely, like, I don't know, how hot is it right now? It's 26 degrees right now, so in my car it was about 30, it was saying. And I am sweating buckets. It's actually a little bit later. I usually get my meal around like 1, 2 o'clock. It's now 3 o'clock, so I need to get that meal on, which I'm looking forward to. But cracking open a Monster, the new one, Lando Norris. I've heard it is like honeydew melon and like citrus, which honeydew melon is like absolutely insane. So I thought, crack it open, let you guys know how it tastes. I'm sure you don't care, but I'm lucky. Wow. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that's making like top. That's a top 3, top 2. That's a top 2. That is unreal. It's like fizzy honeydew melon with that citrus. That is unreal. Yeah. All right. There you go. There is my review. It is White Monster because nothing can top it. It's just consistent. And I'm actually going to give it to that the Lando Norris flavour. Fuck yeah. Alright, mate. Usually they all taste the same. They're all just sweet, but that's fire. But I'm going to get my next meal on, which is oats. So yeah, I'm going to get that meal on and I will show you guys me consuming it and then we will head to the gym. Right, meal 2 has been made. I've got my oat cookie here. If you guys are wondering how to make this, I was going to show you, but because it's like I'm running late on meals, I thought I just want to get this in. So I thought I'd quickly make it up. But if you want to know how to make this, go to my Instagram. There will be a reel uploaded. I just got to edit it, and it will be uploaded very soon. So by the time this is uploaded, the reel should be up there if you want to know how to make the oat cookie. So yeah, but I've got 120 grams of oats, 100 grams of berries, 38 grams of whey protein, and then 11 grams of the powdered peanut butter. And then I've got 2 rice cakes with jam on it. I'm going to start off with one of these because you just can't beat a fucking jam rice cake. Unreal. Because it's so hot as well at the moment. It's just quite refreshing. This for sure though is my favourite meal. Like, I don't know if it's even going to look very good. But look, it just tastes so good. Can't beat it. And peanut butter at the moment. I don't have real peanut butter because powdered peanut butter contains like pretty much like, I don't know what the actual percentage is compared to normal, but it has got basically no fat in it, like 1 or 2 grams, like per serving. So it allows me to keep my fats nice and low because I don't have many, and it just tastes good, one. So peanut butter, put it on anything, I'll have it. Right, I'm literally the worst content creator. I don't even know what you want to call this, but worst content creator in the world. It is literally currently 4:45, so it's been about 45 minutes since I've last ate my meal, and I need to go train. But so originally I was going to meet Tom and train with Tom, and I would have brought my meal with me, so my meals wouldn't have been pushed back as far. But we didn't. So obviously I just went to his house, come back, ate, and I'm going to train. But this is a meant that I'm like pushing my meals back quite far, which it's to be fair, I'm not too bothered because it means I'm going to have a shorter window to eat all my food. But from a digestion standpoint, especially now I'm eating a little bit more food because it's a high day, I would prefer to have spaced them out a lot better. So yeah, it is what it is. But I am not going to film the training today. It's literally the back hamstring and glute session anyway. It's going to be at my gym. So it would have been the exact same setup. So if you want to go watch the posterior session that I'm about to hit today, then watch literally the most recent video, which is my post-show thoughts. Go give that a watch. And you can see obviously what I'm going to be training today and how I'm going to be training and whatnot. But I really just need to get this session done. So I've just quickly made my post-workout meal, which is cream of rice. I've whacked it in the freezer because cream of rice in the freezer or in the fridge, just have it cold. It is unreal. It tastes very good, especially in this heat. So it's going to be nice and refreshing. I'm going to head to the gym and then I will come back and I will obviously continue showing you my meals. So it's a somewhat day in the life, but almost just a little bit of a full day of eating. It's kind of getting turned into, which is whatever. But it's either that or you don't get a video this week. And I want to stay on these weekly videos because, yeah, I'm enjoying doing the YouTube and documenting it. And at the end of the day, this is still me documenting what I'm doing. I guess 8 days out from my show. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to quickly drink this, head to the gym, have a hot, sweaty session, come back, and I can scran meal number 3, which is cream of rice, and I will show you guys that. So, yeah, I do apologise. Love you lots. See you in the next clip. Right, we are now home. That was actually a way better session than I thought it was going to be. It was actually the last hard session. Obviously, I've got a rest day tomorrow, and then starting from Monday, it will be the peak week training where you don't go straight out to failure because you don't want to cause too much inflammation at the muscle. So you literally kind of just want to freshen up the body basically. So you're just doing pump work. So this was technically the last hard session. And I was a bit going into it thinking, fuck's sake, I only had 2 meals. We're late in the day. For it's going to be a little bit of a rush session. It's hot. A lot of things that you go into it. And honestly, what I tell people is if you go into a session being negative because you haven't got as many meals in, or you're having to go in and potentially rush the session, or just whatever, or it's hot and just for whatever reason you don't want to be there, go into the gym with that mentality. You will walk out the gym with having a shit session, and you defeat yourself before you even get in there. So it's kind of just I literally said to myself, I'm okay, cool, we're a bit later in the day. The session, I can't completely drag the session out. Let's just go in there. We used quite a lot of intensifiers, so a lot of drop sets. Kept the intensity high. Got a fucking insane pump. It was actually a very, very, very good session. So yeah, I'm walking out there pretty goddamn happy. Obviously, I quickly went to the shops as well to stock up on some potatoes and veg. And now it is time to eat meal number 3. My literal legs are twitching right now from that session. So yeah, here is the goodness. Look at that. 110 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams of whey protein, 10 grams of the powdered peanut butter, and then we've got 12 grams of 85% dark chocolate. This is going to be bloody insane. I'm going to scran this meal, and then I've actually got quite a bit of steps to do. At the moment, step count is 12,500, which is quite easy to get in, but because I've been driving quite a lot of the day, I haven't really been on my feet. So after each meal, I'm just going to get a good 15-20 minute walk in. That should get my steps up by the end of the day. Just to be fair, to probably just over 12.5k, which is good. So yeah, going to scran this meal. I'll give you guys the first bite because I'm excited. But oh yeah. Yes, sir. Right, I do look like one big sweaty mess right now. Apologies, I don't really know what you can actually see, but the kitchen is a mess. And then apologies, Google is just turning on if you're wondering what that noise was. But yeah, apologies if you can see just a mess. I don't know if you can or not, but it's always one thing that Lil always says. She's like, make sure the place doesn't look like a mess like in the background of the videos. I'm just like, listen, I don't care. I just want to make my food and eat it, and whatever they see, they see. But sometimes I do think, yeah, I don't want people to think that, yeah, like it's all a mess, but it's not really. It's just food and pans and bowls. But yeah, I've just made meal number 4, which is 100 grams of green beans, 50 gram pepper, and then 50 grams of mushrooms, 90 grams of rice, and then 170 grams of chicken, which I've just got here. And then I've got 200 grams of pineapple. And what I wanted to show you is, obviously, so I've cut out sauces at the moment, and if this is something that you like to do in the end, or you just want to take out because it's just something that is adding calories, or just not, you're not necessarily tracking, and you think, you know what, I want to track my food a little bit more, be a bit more accurate with it. And then a tip I would say is, what I literally do is I'll get my frozen pineapple, I'll defrost it in the microwave, and then what I do, I literally, it already kind of like juices itself up from being defrosted, but I'll kind of like just squash it down a little bit anyways, just to get more juice out of it. And then I'll literally just kind of pour it on, so it's almost like you've got like a sweet pineapple, I guess, sauce slash just juice, isn't it, at the end of the day, onto the chicken and rice, and it actually pairs really well. So yeah, it's actually banging. So that is meal number 4. Actually looks quite appealing, I would say. I'll give you a little taste test. Let's get a bit of chicken, a bit of rice, a bit of everything. Unreal. Something in the off season that I do, when I'm like not wanting to use sauces, I will use honey instead. So I'll just put drizzle honey over my chicken and rice, over my food, basically, whatever it is, and it goes really well, nice and sweet. So again, if that's something that you're in the off season, you're getting a lot of calories in. Good way to get calories in. Good way to take out sauces, and tastes bloody lovely. Right, meal was consumed and it was absolutely lovely. I'm just getting in my last little bit of steps, and you're probably thinking, Sam, why aren't you out there in the lovely weather, getting in a nice walk with the fresh air? And I'll be honest with you, it's because, listen, I know it's not probably the cool thing, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I am a fan of WWE wrestling, and right now there's a live Saudi Arabia show, Night of Champions it's called, and I'm actually watching that live, because usually it's at like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and listen, I go to bed at like 10, 11, so I don't stay up for that, but this one's actually on, it started at like 6, so I thought I'd give it a watch. So I'm going to get some steps in, I'm going to watch some wrestling, so you know, that's my what do you call it? Yeah, that's my guilty pleasure that I actually like to do, is watch some wrestling. So yeah, get fucked. But if you're a wrestling fan, big up to you. Actually, fun fact, wrestling is actually what got me into bodybuilding, because my brother was into it as well, and you know, you got people like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and like they were just huge. So it was like, oh, we want to get big. So that was actually a motivation, what got me into the gym, which then got me into bodybuilding. So, you know, if I get onto the Olympia stage one day, I'll thank WWE for that. But I'm gonna get these last little bits of steps in, and then I will get the next meal on, which I'm looking forward to be honest. Right, that is me now. Steps done. Don't know if you can see that, but you can't see that. That is 12,700. So I'll get a little bit more done by the end of the day, just naturally walk around the house. That'll probably take me up to like 13 and a half, which is fine. I try to do majority of my step count actually doing like on a treadmill or on a walk, because you doing those, you on a walk is going to, you know, increase your heart rate a little bit more than you just doing bits and bobs throughout the house, like stepping to the kitchen and back and just doing little trips here and there. You know, it's not going to elevate your heart rate as much, so I find it a bit more productive trying to get majority of my steps done from actual walking slash like really light cardio, because you know I'll be walking at a good pace, and then you know whatever extra steps I get is whatever extra steps. So yeah, but I've got my meal number 5 here. So this is let me actually get it up. Yeah, so this is 200 grams of 5% beef mince, 480 grams of white potato, 100 grams of green beans, 50 peppers, 50 mushrooms. It's actually quite a voluminous meal, so this is going to sit pretty goddamn well. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm going to eat this meal, then I've got one more left. But that is pretty much me. That is pretty much me done for the night now. I'll also get my last meal in and then have a shower, go to bed, wash. I'm going to eat this meal and then I will see you for the last meal of the day, which is the creamy, which is absolutely fire, especially in this heat as well. Like, it is so refreshing at the end of the day. Alrighty then, so we have the last meal here, which is the Ninja Creamy. Absolutely gorgeous. Literally just 30 grams of whey protein, 12 grams of 85% dark chocolate, and then 10 grams of the powdered peanut butter. You've probably noticed I've got a lot of powdered peanut butter in with my food, and honestly, it just tastes so good, especially in the ice cream. Like, I've for post pro qualifier, I've ordered some. I don't know if you might have heard of them. If not, go look them up on Instagram. They're called Cookie Box. I'm pretty sure, and they do like weekly launches on a Friday with just the best like cookies and like cookie pies is what they call them. And it's yeah, I've bought a Reese's Pieces one. I can't wait to try that one. So yeah, post show, they're gonna get hammered. I know this video was planned to be a little bit more structured with, you know, me going to see Tom, me going to train, get meals in, my morning routine, kind of just like a day in the life of what I do, which is literally just the same shit every day. I do the same morning routine every day. I just get steps in, I get whatever cardio I have in, I train and I get my meals in. It's very repetitive and consistent and very boring, you could say, unless you're interested in bodybuilding. But to the normal person, you're probably thinking, well, that is like so boring, fuck that shit. Couldn't think of anything worse. But for me, I love it. Yeah, that is currently what I'm doing, basically 8 days out from the show. Peak week starts tomorrow, so obviously we've got this last high day today, and then I think we're going to just be digging into the show to make sure we can just absolutely make sure we are crisp, and then we have that good response when the food goes in to just bring stupid fullness, which I'm extremely excited for this show. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good representation of what I'm going to bring to the pro qualifier, and also the standard. Like, if I do well at this regional, and depending on obviously who turns up, of course, and I'm placing well or I win the show, you know, that brings a lot of confidence, and it brings a lot of, okay, cool, we might have a good potential here to turn pro. And of course that is what I want to do, but I think at the end of the day, what I have told myself is, for that pro qualifier, for whatever last show I do, whether it's the pro qualifier, whether it's one I do after the pro qualifier, like the second pro qualifier that I may do, depending on what, like my last showing, I want that to be the utmost best package I've ever brought to the stage, where I can't really get any more conditioned. I'm the biggest and fullest I can be. My presentation is as good as it can be. Like, the only reason I'm not winning shows is due to size, and just unfortunately I need more time. And if that's the case, then that is the case, and I'll be happy to walk away and go, okay, let's get in the off season, let's fucking fuck some shit up and put some muscle on. Obviously we thought it was going to be 194 pounds, thought that was our cap last for this year, so we didn't push as hard as we probably could have in the off season. Like, we kept it limited. We got to 250, and we were like, okay, let's stop here. But we didn't know we was going to be able to fit into the next cap, which was £202. So, we're going to be under that. And, if we don't get a card, we have got room to grow. So even if it's a couple pounds, it's a couple pounds extra, and that goes a long way on stage. So, yeah, I'm excited. Let's just fucking bring the best package we can bring, walk away from that show, hopefully with the win, and we go from there, man. So, yeah, peak week next week. It's also my birthday next week. I turn 22 on Thursday. So no cake for me. It's actually going to be such a weird birthday because I'm going to be like allowed nothing. Chicken salad for the B-Day meal. Let's get it. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to scrap this meal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said again, I know it's not what it was originally planned to be, but yeah. Anyways. Yes, that is so good. Right, I will see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, share it about, comment what you want to see in these next couple of shows. So if you've got anything specific you want me to film or show you guys in peak week, let me know. This is the time to do it. So comment with any suggestions you want, and I'll try and get them done for you guys. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's fucking get it. Peak week tomorrow.